Hey there, wonderful people of the internet! Welcome back to the channel where we unpack life's quirks, one overthought detail at a time. Today, we're diving into something many of us can relate to, but often keep hidden: anxiety. Yep, that little voice in your head that says, "What if?" and then goes on to write a 12-season Netflix series about it. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive into the wonderful, wacky human experience. And hey, comment below if any of today's points hit home for you. Let's turn this into a judgment-free zone for sharing and solidarity. Alright, kicking off our list at number 1, you apologize for everything. I'm not talking about those polite apologies like when you bump into someone. Nope, I mean apologizing for things that aren't even remotely your fault. For example, "Sorry, is my breathing bothering you?" Or my personal favorite, "Sorry, I think I'm standing in your peripheral vision." Here's the science research from 2012 in the journal Emotion suggests that people with higher levels of anxiety are more prone to hyper-responsibility. That's a fancy way of saying your brain whispers, if something goes wrong, it's probably your fault. It's exhausting, isn't it? But hey, if you're nodding along, drop a same in the comments. Let's normalize this together. And by the way, if you've ever apologized to an inanimate object for bumping into it, congrats! You've hit peak anxiety moves. Number 2 is a classic overthinking. Imagine this. You send a text to your friend. It says, "Hey, want to hang out tomorrow?" Seems simple, right? Wrong. Within seconds, your brain starts playing 4D chess. Did I sound too needy? What if they're busy and now they hate me? Should I have added an emoji? But wait, which emoji? Too many options. Turns out, this isn't just you being extra. Studies published in Behavior Research and Therapy suggest that anxious individuals have hyperactive prefrontal cortices, which means we're constantly analyzing and reanalyzing situations. It's like having your brain stuck in PowerPoint presentation mode, except you're the only one watching. Pro tip: when in doubt, just add a smiling face. If emojis could talk, they'd say, "I'm harmless, I swear." Number 3 on the list, avoiding situations that make you uncomfortable. Anxiety loves avoidance the way cats love laser pointers. It's a coping mechanism, sure, but it's not always helpful. For instance, avoiding phone calls because what if you say something weird? Dodging social events because you're certain you'll embarrass yourself. Putting off that dentist appointment because you're convinced they'll judge your flossing habits. Fun fact, a study from psychological science found that avoidance behaviors actually reinforce anxiety over time. The more you dodge the thing, the scarier it seems. It's like feeding a gremlin after midnight. Don't do it. And hey, let's be real. The phone isn't judging you. It's probably just happy someone's still using it to actually talk. Coming in hot at number 4, the post-conversation replay. You're lying in bed, ready to sleep, and boom! Your brain decides it's time for a highlight reel of every awkward thing you've ever said since kindergarten. Did you really need to tell Karen from accounting about your childhood pet hamster? Probably not, but it's too late now. This habit stems from a little thing called cognitive distortion. Your brain's just trying to protect you from future embarrassment, but instead, it's throwing you into a cringe spiral. Thanks, brain. Honestly, if overthinking were an Olympic sport, some of us would have enough gold medals to fund therapy for life. Next up, you're a professional at predicting disaster. Going on a flight? You've already mapped out the escape routes and mentally reviewed how to land a plane, just in case. Starting a new job? You've already imagined tripping over your own feet and accidentally deleting the company's entire database. It might feel absurd, but there's actually some evolutionary logic here. Anxiety activates your amygdala, the brain's fear center, which is just trying to keep you safe. Unfortunately, it's not great at distinguishing between dangerous and mildly inconvenient. If this sounds familiar, comment me, but make it anxious Batman. And let's be honest, 99% of the time, the worst-case scenario is just spilling coffee on yourself, or being mildly embarrassed. We'll survive. Number 6. You're basically an emotional radar. You pick up on micro-expressions, tone shifts, and vibes like it's your full-time job. Someone sighs near you. Clearly they're mad. At you. Specifically. This hypersensitivity comes from the brain's tendency to scan for social threats, a common feature of anxiety disorders. You're not imagining it. You're just trying to survive the jungle that is human interaction. Honestly, your ability to detect subtle mood shifts could make you an amazing detective. Or just really stressed out at parties. Let's talk about procrastination. Not because you're lazy, but because you're so overwhelmed by perfectionism that you'd rather do anything else. Like alphabetizing your spice rack instead of starting that big project. Psychologists call this task avoidance, and it's linked to fear of failure. Your brain's logic is, if I never start, I can't fail. It's like trying to win a game by refusing to play. And honestly, who knew organizing spices by flavor profile could be so satisfying? Coming in at number 8, reassurance seeking. You know that moment when you ask, "Are you mad at me?" And then you ask again and again. Anxiety convinces you that people are mad even when there's zero evidence. This behavior stems from something called intolerance of uncertainty. Your brain craves clarity, and when it doesn't get it, it starts filling in the blanks, usually with worst-case scenarios. If you've ever had to text someone, "Hey, just checking if we're good," you're not alone. Comment below with the emoji to let us know you're part of the club. Anxiety messes with your sense of time. Either you're ridiculously early because what if there's traffic? Or you're late because you spent 20 minutes deciding which shoes say, "I'm a functional adult." This time, distortion comes from overestimating potential obstacles. Your brain's just trying to keep you prepared, but it often overshoots. If you've ever arrived so early that you had to do laps around the block, welcome to the club. Last but not least, you're tired, like all the time. Anxiety is like running a marathon in your head while sitting perfectly still. No wonder you feel drained. Chronic anxiety keeps your body in a heightened state of alertness, which is physically and emotionally exhausting. It's like having your fight or flight system stuck in on mode. Remember folks, naps aren't just for kids, they're for overthinkers too. And there you have it. 10 things people don't realize you do because of your anxiety. If you related to even one of these, know you're not alone. Anxiety can be a challenge, but it's also a sign of how deeply you care and how hard your brain works to protect you. So be kind to yourself. You're doing great. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments. Which of these behaviors resonated most with you? Until next time, take care of yourselves and your beautiful overthinking brains. Bye for now.